Hi folks, today I want to talk about 13 new E-mount lenses coming from third-party manufacturers. But before that, please take 2 seconds time to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button to not miss any of my upcoming videos. For the next couple of weeks, Sony will have a small pause, so they will not announce any new lens or camera, but third-party lens manufacturers are really busy announcing and releasing new lenses, and I want to walk you through the list of 13 new lenses we know are coming or they already have been announced. So let's kick off with the 2 new Tamron lenses. Tamron launched the pre-order of the 70 to 180mm 2 lens and also the pre-order of the 70 to 50mm 4.0 lens. Of that lens we also got finally some images of the real production version. So you see the images here from DC Watch and also size comparison with the 28 to 75mm lens. The first reaction from my Sony Alpha Rumors and YouTube fellowship was that this lens was actually a tiny bit too big for being 4.0 and they were hoping to get 2.8, but yeah, that's what Tamron decided to do, and I'm curious to know what's coming next because Tamron patented quite some exciting full-frame E-mount lenses, also 2.0 zooms and very fast primes, so let's see what they have prepared for next. Today Mitincon also announced a new 500mm 6.3 full-frame E-mount lens, so this is quite a unique lens. We don't get often super tele lenses from third-party manufacturers. The lens pricing is only $329, but there is one big caveat with this lens: it's manual focus only, so good luck getting things sharp at 500mm. I guess it's nearly impossible to shoot sports photography or wildlife photography with it unless there's a scenario where your subject stays still. But still, for $329, you might consider getting it. It's a very low price and probably optically also decent enough to at least try it out. We're also getting 2 new lenses from Viltrox. We got the full specs of the 20mm 2.8. You can see it here. It's a full-frame lens with 0.19 meter close focusing distance, a filter diameter of 52mm, it weighs around 200 grams and will be announced in early October. The second lens from Viltrox that is coming is really much more exciting and it's coming sometimes in late autumn. It's the 135mm 1.8 full frame lens for E-mount and it's an autofocus lens. It's also the first lens of the new Lab series, which means it's the high-end super top quality lens series, and I guess the quality will be close or nearly match that of the Sony 135mm GM, probably for a third of or less than half of the price. So this will be really interesting to see, and as soon as I have more, I will definitely make a new video about this lens. Meike also did show the white version of their 85mm 1.4 lens that still hasn't been officially released. There will be a white and a black version of this lens, and the specs have now been leaked on a Weibo account. The lens is definitely a full-frame autofocus lens with 30 elements in 8 groups, 77mm filter mount, 12 aperture blades, close focusing distance of 0.98 meters. It has manual automatic switching buttons and custom buttons. The weight is about 800 grams and the price is rumored to be around $400. Now, we will have very likely a new Sigma announcement day in early October, probably around October the 6th, and we will get the 70-200mm 2.8 full-frame E-mount lens. This lens will also be available for L-mount. Samyang will also have a new announcement soon, and it is likely to be for 16-35mm full-frame E-mount autofocus lens. I guess it's 2.8 and not 4.0, but I still don't have a final confirmation on this. As soon as I have images and specs, I will let you know. Now let's move on to TTartisan. Richard Wong had a chat with the TTartisan CEO and he shared that they will soon announce 2 new full-frame autofocus primes for the E-mount system. Those are the 35 and the 55 1.8 primes. Very nice lenses. The other info he shared that I found quite interesting is that they are working on a new camera too. They will share more details in 2024. There is no info if they will use a new mount or if they will use an existing mount. I would find it personally very interesting if they would make an E-mount camera. But I don't know, first of all, if Sony would allow them to do that, and I don't know if TTartisan wants to do that. I generally think that the L-mount alliance from Leica, Panasonic, Blackmagic, Sigma is in the long term on a winning path because they are working together, releasing new lenses and cameras together. So I think that's nice to have, and I would love if Sony would open the E-mount system not only for third-party lens manufacturers but also for camera manufacturers. I would love, for example, to have a sort of OM digital full-frame camera with a classic Olympus design, for example, and if TTartisan would make an affordable E-mount camera, that would be also very interesting. At least something different, something new. That would definitely help in the long term to keep E-mount very interesting against the L-mount alliance. And now let's move on to the last 3 new E-mount lenses that have been announced recently. Those are the Sniper 23, 33 and 56 1.2 APS-C E-mount lenses from Sirui. This will be a new lens lineup, all APS-C lenses, and CineD also got the specs of those lenses. Each lens will weigh around 400 grams, will have 58mm front filter thread. All lenses will cost around $350 each, and you will be able to choose a black or white finish. So those were the 13 new E-mount lenses we are getting this autumn. There might be some more lenses coming down the road in October and November, and probably also some new lenses from Sony, likely the 300mm GM, but maybe also something else. Fingers crossed for a new 85 GM. And as soon as I have more info, I will obviously make a new video. So please again, first of all, like this video to help me on the YouTube algorithm, and also subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my upcoming videos. See you soon, folks.